At the beginning of the film, we notice a girl named Cassie. She was running in a forest. She then visits a gas station. It was abandoned and demolished. Except for Cassie, there was no one else present. Cassie places the rest of the stuff in her bag. She hears someone crying for assistance. When she goes to see him, she finds the man hurt and he is holding a gun. Cassie also had a gun. They each direct their guns at each other. That man tucked his hand into his jacket. Cassie noticed something gleaming from there. Cassie doubts that man and gets scared. She shoots that man to death to protect herself. Cassie discovers later that the man was only concealing his cross necklace. Cassie regrets and feels depressed upon seeing this. Out of uncertainty, she killed an innocent man. Cassie then revisits her past. She begins to share her story with us. We see Cassie at the party who was enjoying a lot with her friends. She was talking to her best friend. She was discussing Ben. Then she also talks to Ben afterward. The next day, Cassie's friend shows her a blurry video. Cassie returns home and turns on the television, where she learns that an alien spaceship has landed on Earth. They're being trained by none other than Earth's humans. They're known as the Others by humans. Those aliens released their first wave. It was a radiation wave, and the entire world's electricity went out. Cars, cell phones, and everything else stopped working. People became terrified after witnessing these developments, and began making plans to relocate to other places. Then one day, Cassie and her brother were filling the water. Then comes the second wave. Aliens changed the whole system of this planet. Cassie and his brother climb a tree to prevent themselves from drowning in the water. They then fled as earthquakes and sea storms followed. They arrive in a safe spot. The entire world, including their city, is devastated. Following that, the Others unleashes the third wave. They release a lethal virus. This virus is spread throughout the planet by birds. Cassie's mother dies as a result of the third wave because she was a doctor. Cassie's father enrolls his children at a camp. There were numerous camps. All of the survivors were housed here. Cassie's father hands her a gun and instructs her to use it only when necessary. This planet no longer has any safe havens. Everywhere there is danger. The army then arrives, and the officer consoles them by saying, "Don't worry, we're here. Because we are transporting you to a more secure location." The army takes children first. However, Cassie's brother's backpack has been left at the camp. Cassie goes to the room to bring his bag but stays there. Cassie and her brother are separated here. After the children have gone, the army gathers everyone. According to the army colonel, the fourth wave has arrived, and the Others are possessing the humans. After becoming possessed, they are killing each other. He says that it is easy for children to identify who's human or who's alien. Elders, on the other hand, cannot. When they hear this, everyone becomes enraged and insists that they meet their children. It causes pandemonium there, and everyone begins rioting. Finally, the army murders all of the survivors. Cassie was present when this occurred. Her father advises her to flee. Cassie returns to his father once the army departs, only to find him dead. She resolves to save his sibling at whatever cost. She grabs a gun and dashes towards the army unit. She walks past the gas station where she was at the beginning of the film. The army was transporting children to a safe location. Every child is given a token and is let inside to be checked. It was now Ben's turn. The doctor informs him that people are killing people in human form as a result of this infection. The army required the kids to train them against the Others. After she has told Ben everything, the doctor injects her with a tracker. The same thing is done to all children. Cassie, who was traveling, is seen. Then she comes to the path that leads out of the forest. Someone shoots her, injuring her. She passes out. The army unit was training children to face the fifth wave. Evan, a young man, takes Cassie with him. He administers medications to her. He even remembered Cassie's name. He knew this because he had read Cassie's diary. She inquires about her gun. Evan claims that he is unaware of that gun, and that he does not possess it. Cassie inquires of Evan about the location of the army unit. She insists that she wants to go there to save her brother. Cassie's brother is in Ben's unit in the army. They were all seated there when a doctor arrived with a girl. That girl was assigned to Ben's team since she was an excellent shooter. Cassie notices Evan is occupied and goes to his room to investigate the house. Cassie discovers her gun there. Cassie becomes terrified and attempts to flee, but Evan seizes her. Cassie is skeptical that Evan will kill her. But he was actually shielding Cassie from the Others. Evan then brings Cassie home. He claims that he hid the gun because he was terrified he'd shoot him. He promises to take her to the army unit at night. They then proceeded to the army unit. Evan teaches Cassie how to defend herself on the way. The colonel informs Ben that he will be accompanying the army on a mission. He shows Ben a helmet. He explains that these helmets are designed to help the others recognize them. When they confront the others, they will all wear the helmet, and the light inside will become green. Cassie and Evan formed a strong bond in this scene. However, Ben is sent on the assignment with the children's squad rather than the army. Ben abandons Cassie's younger brother because he is too young. They arrive at their destination, and the aliens seem green while wearing that helmet. A youngster is slain during a conflict between children and the others in this location. The shooter girl blows up the bus in order to divert the attention of the others. Other folks are hiding elsewhere. She removes her tracker before going to her team. Everyone noticed that she had turned green. Seeing it, Ben understands everything. He also takes off his tracker. He seemed green to everyone after removing the tracker. Ben realized the plot behind the army's operation. He tries to convey to everyone that this is a trap set by the others to catch them. They, the children, are the fifth wave. The others are employing them to eliminate the last of the survivors. They chose them to train because it is easier to alter the minds of children than seniors. Everyone removes their tracker after listening to Ben. Ben was suddenly concerned about Cassie's brother. He orders all of the children to flee, and orders the shooter to shoot him, so that no one will doubt him. He chooses to return to save Cassie's brother. Cassie appears where the others assault them. Evan rescues Cassie from their captivity. Cassie discloses that Evan is one of the others. Evan makes himself known to Cassie. He tells Cassie that this isn't the first time aliens have visited Earth. He claims that numerous aliens, including him, had previously visited this planet. He claims that the aliens regard love as nothing more than an emotion. He claims that he used to believe the same way, but when he saw her, compassion showed up to him. That is why he did not kill Cassie, but instead kept her alive. He is following her from the gas station. Evan informs Cassie of an important development. The army unit is also from the others, and they use children as a fifth wave. After hearing this, Cassie arrives at the army unit. Ben also arrives and is arrested because he and the army know everything. Cassie then kills the doctor. She dons her outfit and sets out to find his sibling. Ben also leaves to look for Cassie's brother. On the way, she meets Cassie, and they start looking for her brother together. But Evan also shows up. Evan informs them that this location will be blown up in 10 minutes. So you must find your brother and flee as soon as possible. Cassie and Ben then search for Cassie's brother together. They emerge from the army unit. The army began taking children with them, and when everyone left, the place was demolished. Then Ben's team arrives to save them. They rescue the three and take them with them. They decide to start afresh in order to free the other children from the army and the others. The film ends here. Thank you for watching.